Okay, this is the furnace, indoor air handler. It's in the hallway. I've got the cover off so we can see a nice blue flame in there. Yeah. Looking good. Back. I'll put the screws back in it here in a little bit. We have the air filter rack. It's 20 by 25 by 1. 20 by 25 by 1. Now this is an updraft system. Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. Good home, this is Bud. Kate with senior benefits. Maybe I should have services. I should have taken that call. This is an updraft system. Okay, so the air comes in here. Alright, the air intake is too close to the indoor air handler, it's too close to the flames. Now, this could be worked, this could be made to work, this application could be made to work if the attic was properly, if the closet was properly ventilated, and it's not. And this door was weather stripped as an exterior door so they won't have any exchange, and it's not. So what can happen here, this carbon monoxide can spill out and then get sucked back in and then distributed all throughout the house. That's what can happen. We don't have a care and use manual. I know, it's just a book, right? We don't have one. What else do we not have? We have a shallow P-trap. We don't have the P-trap's not deep enough. What do we have? We don't have a secondary drain line. And when it's installed inside a house like this, a lot of times the best alternative is to put a safety switch in here, float switch. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that. You don't have any provisions in case this thing is ever going to overflow. Should have a deep P-trap, should be insulated, should have a safety switch. Don't. Gas line coming into the furnace, you shouldn't paint your connectors like that. But we do not have a sediment trap for the gas to keep impurities from getting into and clogging up your jets. And this is the old style brass valve right there. Parallel is on, perpendicular is off. Obviously it's on right now. But that takes a wrench. You're supposed to use your hand. You got the wrong kind of valve right there. It was okay back in the day. But when they replaced this, they should have installed a sediment trap and they should have replaced that valve as well. But they didn't do that. It didn't happen. This unit's only 2 years old. All this should have been done. The flue has been improperly sealed with tape. Alright? The flue should fit together all by itself, nice and even. Shouldn't need this tape. If you got this tape, you got a problem. Somebody didn't know what they were doing with the flue. Just saying. This furnace looks a little older, actually. See the rust? I think the evaporator coils have been changed. There's a data plate inside, and I'm going to read that. I'll tell you how old it is. And up here, okay, back in the day, screens were required, and that's only makeup air. That's not combustible air. You're getting your combustible air here. So you should have a vent pipe coming in about 6 inches from the floor, about this size. Same in, same going out. This is just your makeup air. And at one time, screens were allowed on that. You see how the insulation's getting stuck on it? They get clogged. So now, you're not supposed to have screens on them. A long time ago, maybe. Not so much anymore. So what we learned? We learned the return air is too close. Oh, we learned one more thing. And this hasn't happened. I'll look. I'll turn it off. But this plenum right here is being used as a fresh air plenum. Okay. the bottom should be lined with a galvanized box, and they never are. If there is, I'll walk it back. I'll walk it back if there is, but there's not. 20 by 25 by 1 air filter rack. We learned the return air is too close to the furnace. We learned that we don't have a sediment trap. We have the wrong kind of valve. We learned that we've got a shallow P-trap and the drain line was not insulated. We learned we don't have a secondary drain line and or a safety switch. We learned that we've got foil tape on the flue. We learned that the closet's not properly ventilated. That's what we learned. That's some of the things we learned.